Ever since the arrest of Simon Ekpa, there seems to be no meaningful discussion about Biafra. I repeat, ever since Simon Ekpa was arrested, there seems to be no meaningful discussion about Biafra. It is important that Biafra is on the news so as to keep this agitation going. There's one thing in journalism: you need to be on the news to be relevant, for people to take you serious. If you are not on the news, you are just like every other person that is not noticeable. Look very well at Nnamdi Kanu. For some time that we have not been speaking or talking about Nnamdi Kanu, it is becoming irrelevant. When Buhari was president, every now and then we are anticipating that Nnamdi Kanu will come to court, and his coming to court will raise the issue of Biafra, not only in Nigeria, in Africa, and also the world. When Nnamdi Kanu stands trial, everybody wants to watch. Everybody is intentional about knowing what is going on with Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu. When Nnamdi Kanu started Radio Biafra, he was talking about Biafra morning and night. There's no day he stopped. He had one or two things to say about Biafra. That is why you see the consciousness we have today. Many people are buying into the Biafra ideology because of consistency. Let Biafra be in the news. Let there be a consistent talk about Biafra. After Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, we had the DOS. What has the DOS been doing to put Biafra at, top charts? When you look at Twitter and other social media handles, people should be talking about Biafra. That makes it easier for the agitation to move to the next level. But since DOS, ever since Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, and at a point in time he was put in custody, what has the DOS been doing? I believe the other part of, because as it is now, it seems IPOB is divided into two. The one that is headed by Chika Edozie and the one that is headed by Simon Ekpa. My question now is, since Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated, what has the DOS been doing to put Biafra on the news charts? What have they been doing? They will come out and tell you that they are doing some things on the ground. My brother, I studied journalism and I've come to understand one thing. You need to be on the news. You need to be on the news. Let people know the progress report, what is going on. Make small shakara. One of the reasons why people are following Simon Ekpa is because Simon Ekpa, at every point in time, make people discuss about Biafra, whether it is for the good or wrong reasons. But Biafra being discussed every day or every week is a plus to the agitation. Now everybody is quiet now that Simon Ekpa is in custody. We are waiting for May 29th so that somebody will bring up something. I remember one of the things that Simon Ekpa said. He said if there is no news, he will make the news. These are the kinds of people we want in this agitation. If there is no news, he will make the news. When you look at it very well, the followership, Biafra followership increases whenever Biafra is always on the news. DOS has accused Simon Ekpa of so many things. I said so many things about Simon Ekpa. I agree with you. But what is the DOS doing about this Biafran struggle? Many people are asking, what next? What next? What next? It seems there's a pause on the side of Autopilot. Now, the Autopilot, they seemed a little bit confused on what to do. Now that the lady took over from Simon Ekpa, they seem confused on what to do. There's infighting about when to donate money and when not to donate money for whoever. I saw that post, I saw that report. If it were to be Simon Ekpa, I don't think they'll be having that conversation. Now the leader is out of the way. There seems to be misunderstanding amongst the people. The lady that took over from Simon Ekpa says a week. Somebody else, Ekpa was something his name, he said start donating now. So how do we now preach Biafra with all these distractions? How do you talk about Biafra? Because I don't see anything, even the DOS, I don't see anything they are doing. Theirs is just to stay there and accuse and accuse. We understand your accusations. We understand your sentiments. But what are you doing? If this agitation is left for just the DOS, what will be their impact? Okay, for now, the autopilot is no more. Or the autopilot is not doing anything that tangible. So what is the DOS doing? Every now and then we see on Twitter, Biafra, Ekpa, Biafra, Ekpa. But those that call themselves the original and genuine agitators, what are they doing? What is their plan? When you lose communication, when you don't communicate per time, when there's no reports on the progress of your movement, people don't seem to take you serious, and DOS lacks this. I'm asking a question. When Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped or arrested from Kenya, the DOS could not tell us where Nnamdi Kanu was for a very long time. That is an irresponsible group of people, of persons. Your Oga, we don't see him for like 1 to 3 days, and you can't ascertain or tell us where he is. That is why people are accusing these DOS of those that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are accusing the brother, the sisters, the wife of selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Such an irresponsible group, because that is my opinion. If you are in support of the DOS, I don't understand. Me, I'm in support of a change of system and Biafra. So whoever that is coming on board should make sense. Your Oga was kidnapped or extraordinarily renditioned, or he was arrested, and you could not tell us where he was. So if we leave this Biafra agitation in your hands, are you capable of maintaining the tempo? Are you capable of making awareness possible? If not for Ekpa, most people will not be talking about Biafra. I hear some APC Ronu and APC Conservative, I hear some other people talking about having this conversation on Biafra. I hear people having this contribution. Look at the kinds of people that attended the Finland Convention. That is because of the consistency of putting Biafra in the news. I've studied the DOS and I've seen that all the DOS know to do is to accuse, lay accusation. We are no progress report. We are not feeling the agitation from the side of the DOS. Those that are opportuned today to take up its agitation, that is the DOS. We are not seeing the effect of your agitation, but people are feeling the impact. Everybody is feeling the impact. When you mention the name Ekpa, go on social media. When you do a content and you put Ekpa, it's going to get much more views, because some things resonate with this young man, whether it is positive or negative. So it is important that the DOS find a way to resolve any issue they are having with any other person. It is important for them to resume responsibilities that is expected of them, to chart a course for the Biafran people, the same way the Autopilot are doing. Everybody has a part to play. Everybody has, in the war front, everybody has a part to play. But all I see DOS doing is just allegation. The other time you said that most of the people that came into Finland, most of them will not go back. They will be arrested. They have left Finland now. Finland don't end a long time ago now. Everybody has gone back to their destination. Just see what the DOS is doing. DOS should rise up. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife have been banned from the southeast, according to PLA. I think Ekpa, it is the Autopilot group. They have banned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the southeast. She's been accused of so many things: selling the husband, betraying the agitation by colliding with politicians, using their jet to kidnap, arrest, extraordinary rendition Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria, and also some other promiscuous whatever. According to the Autopilot, the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been banned from the southeast. And what is my take on that? we heard that we are hearing so many things. The brothers sold Nnamdi Kanu. The family betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The DOS betrayed. We are hearing all sorts of accusations. My question now is that the big fish in the house? Is that what we need to be focusing on at this moment? You focus on something that is not relevant, that's irrelevant. That's what you are focusing on. Why would you leave the most important thing for Samuel Ekpa to be free? Samuel Ekpa, make sure that he's in good health, he's in high spirits, that at the end of the day, the Finland government will do all that it takes to make sure that this guy continues with the agitation. Is that not supposed to be your number one priority? Then you are chasing shadows. Are you going to ban the wife of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even though you are accusing her of so many things? Why don't you give respect to the husband, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because this guy has sacrificed a lot for this agitation? Before Nnamdi Kanu brought a Samuel Ekpa, so give that respect. Let us focus on the main thing, the important things that we need to focus on. You see, you are accusing the APC government of sponsoring Samuel Ekpa and causing division and everything. You see, by their fruits we shall know them. By their fruits we shall know them. I'm not saying I support Samuel Ekpa. See, understand what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that we need Biafra. The discussion Biafra should be on the top news charts. Let people do things. People that are taking up responsibilities, let them do things and make sure that even in the government house, the senators, whoever they are discussing about Biafra. The other time we saw the House of Rep members say they must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a result of the things that are happening in the southeast. The other time we heard about the Senate President Ekpa talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many people, TV stations, Nigerian media, they were discussing about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of some of the activities or some of the influence Samuel Ekpa has, or some of the things he was making. He made sure that people discussed about Biafra. Now, everywhere is cold. The DOS, over to you. The DOS, over to you. What are you doing about this Biafra of a thing? See, this is what people are asking. These are questions people are asking. What next? After the declaration, okay, you are not in support of the declaration. What do you have in store for the Biafran people? Because you know that this Biafra of a thing, an average Igbo man, if you tell him you are going to give him Biafra today, he's going to worship you. I'm telling you, whether you can do it or not. If you tell him that Biafra is coming, I know how Biafra will come, support me, they will support you. So what is the template that whoever that is saying that we are the real agitators, what is your template? What are you doing? What are you doing to make sure people are going to follow you? As far as I'm concerned, the people supporting Mazi Samuel Ekpa, they are enormous. There are many of them supporting Mazi Samuel Ekpa, not the DOS, because the DOS has enough answers. When it has to do with the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the DOS have enough answers. And I believe the Nigerian government has found a way of dividing the IPOB and making sure that they become toothless, because that is what it seems that they are turning to. They are becoming toothless. As much as we can, we need to put the Biafra discussion on the news charts. Let everybody be talking about Biafra. Because when you leave it for the DOS, I've studied the DOS, when you leave it for them, there's nothing they offer at the end of the day. There's nothing. They just tell you that bring funds, ESN, we are chasing them out of the bush, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now that there's no Samuel Ekpa, have the killing stopped in the southeast? Have insecurity abated? The other time, kidnappers went to Inosu Motors and kidnapped people. While Samuel Ekpa has been in prison, or the person that is orchestrating the violence is no more, is not in the picture. So now, who are the people perpetrating the violence or the criminality in the southeast? Is it his boys? Everybody is easy to call for funding. My brother, when Nnamdi Kanu assumed this Biafra agitation, he made some critical statements and took some critical actions. And these are the things that we are looking for. Critical statements and critical actions that will bring the Nigerian government to dialogue with the Southeasterners. Now, a house divided against itself cannot stand. Can the DOS reconcile with whoever they need to reconcile? Can everybody come and secure a front? Divided, you are going to fall. United, you are going to stand. Because there's no how it is that when Igbos are divided, there's two groups. And that is what the enemy wants, that you are divided. And with that division, they can control you. This one, they say France is coming into the Southeast. Because of your division, France will find easy ways, enter the Southeast and do what they can do. Take your gas, take your mineral resources. They will find it easy because you are not divided. Northern youth now are calling for Kanu'S refinery to be fixed. Now that Port Harcourt refinery is now working, everybody is building a front, a united front. Let the Igbos find a way to come together. If you are speaking about Biafra, speak about it once and for all. For me, I'm in support of Biafra. I've already said it and I will say it over and over again, that this system is not designed to work. For those that, you know, some people, because they are making money in this government, they have 1 billion. They don't care about tomorrow. All they care is what they are doing now and where they are now. They don't care about the future of others tomorrow. So far, they are gaining from the government. They believe that Nigeria will get better. When before they were getting for the government, there's somebody, a minister, that was appointed by Tinubu. The way the guy blasted Tinubu and everybody. Tinubu was a bad person before he was appointed. Now that he's been appointed, Tinubu is no more a bad person. That's the average Nigerian. So for the fact that you see people telling you that Nigeria can get better, it is because they are eating from the national cake and you are not eating. This country is not designed to work. That's why I'm supporting a change of system. A change of system, a system that will work. And the system that will work is resource control, regionalism, or balkanization. And when one is if they kickstart resource control, it will gradually enter regionalism. And from regionalism, you enter balkanization. That is the journey we are getting to. But we have people, grown-up adults, that are chasing, you are chasing rats. You are forgetting the real deal. You forget what you need to do about this Biafra agitation. Then you are saying you are banning this, you are banning. You don't need to ban anybody at this point in time. You need to find a way to put Biafra in the news. Let things be done. When they say God is the one that chooses leaders of this Biafra agitation, when Ojukwu was there, he kept the tempo. When Uwazuki was there, he did so many things with Masob. When Nnamdi came up, he did wonderfully well. Now it is the turn of Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa did what he did. DOS, what are you doing? These are the things that Biafrans are asking. Simon Ekpa, okay, we agree. You have arrested him, May 5th or whatever time. He's going to appear in court. Probably he might be released then. Are you going to wait until somebody comes out, somebody else that you don't like his face, or because he's asking you questions or whatever? Are you going to wait for that person to come back and put hope in the hearts of Biafrans? Because as it is now, people are confused, don't know what next. It seems the Autopilot themselves, they are a bit confused. The next in command says this. I don't know what is his name. The defense guy is saying another thing. They are raising different kind of fronts. You are giving people impression that you people are not grounded. At this point in time, we need to look inward. See, I am asking every Igbo man, when you go back to your home or wherever you're sitting, your quiet time, think, ask Chukwuka Biama, illumination, that it should come on you on how to make Aligbo better. You have what it takes to make Aligbo better. I have what it takes to make Aligbo better. And in our lifetime, Aligbo will be better. So this, because of social media, these old men should stop disgracing themselves on social media and trying to come here and you make people laugh at you. You don't need to ban anybody. Whether you are accusing her, she's responsible of that. That does not solve the problem. When you ban, you create more trouble and more enemies for yourself. You handle some things diplomatically and make sure that as you are diplomatically pushing your agenda. You are building bridges, because when eventually you come to Biafra land, you declare Biafra, you reclaim Biafra, you need bridges, you need collaborations. But when you destroy collaborations, because this is the prediction that if we go our separate ways, the problem we're having in Nigeria will be separated into smaller groups. If we go our separate ways, there will be fights in Biafra. The Ebonyi man will be relegated. The Anambra man will say, I'm the firstborn. The Igbo man will say, the Imo state man will say, how would an Abia man rule me? Now, the Enugu man will say, we are much more educated than everybody. So is this the kind of antecedent or legacy people are leaving for a Biafra agitation? Don't you think that you should not be even killing the people that you are going to rule over in Biafra? There's a way you convince people. Look at the system Tinubu is using to win opposition. Look at the system. Or are we not learned enough to understand how to win opposition? So the DOS and Autopilot, they should find ways to stabilize this Biafra movement and put Biafra on the world map as it used to be under Nnamdi Kanu and also Simon Ekpa.